There are a number of different movements possible at a joint. These movements are caused by our muscles and they are known as joint actions. Hopefully we remember that the hinge joints in our bodies include the elbow joint and knee joint. Hinge joints allow for two types of movement only, flexion and extension. Flexion is the narrowing of the angle at a joint, whereas extension is the widening of the angle at a joint. We can use a bicep curl as an example. As a bicep curl is performed, the angle at the elbow joint gets smaller. This means that flexion has occurred. We also must be aware of the muscles contracting and relaxing to cause this action of flexion. As you can probably guess, the bicep muscle is the agonist, which means it contracts, whereas the tricep is the antagonist, which means it is relaxing during this movement. If we look at the exercise of a tricep extension, the roles are simply reversed. The tricep becomes the agonist, whereas the bicep is the antagonist. This causes the action of extension as the angle at the elbow joint is widening during this movement. Flexion and extension also take place at the knee joint. We can use the example of a squat. As the weightlifter squats down, the angle at the knee joint gets smaller, so this is the action of flexion. During this action, the hamstring contracts and the quadriceps relax. On the way back up, the action is extension as the angle at the knee joint gets bigger. During this movement, the quadriceps become the agonist and the hamstrings are the antagonist muscle.